Hi, everyone. So glad you can join us. My name is Lindsay. Welcome to The Good Place, a collective. We have a special guest here today, Andrea. Before we introduce her, give us a little shout out for Andrea for having the courage to hop on here and share a little bit about herself. We're so excited. So we are just so thrilled to share this platform with you. We really want to take the opportunity to highlight the members in the Good Place Collective Facebook group. As most of you know, we are working to create a physical space that we can come to, and right now it's virtual, and that's great. We're making it work, and we just want the opportunity to create relationships, collaborative partners, support and elevate one another, and first and foremost, get to know each other a little bit better. So my name is Lindsay. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm going to let Sarah take it away to introduce Andrea.
Hi, everybody. Sarah, for those of you that haven't yet met me, I am so excited this morning to introduce my amazing friend, Andrea Kelly. Thank you so much, Andrea, for being here. Andrea is obviously a member of the Good Place Collective group, and we are so excited to get to know her a little bit better about what it is that she's doing and things that she wants to share with us. So, hi, Andrea.
Hi, thank you so much for having me today.
Yeah, you're so welcome. So I'm just going to let you take it away and start by just kind of giving us your little intro and telling us a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do.
Sure. So my name's Andrea. Great to meet everybody. I run a self-development blog that's focused on eating disorder recovery, and it does share within that blog my personal story. And my background is actually in real estate, and my educational background is in business. So it's a really interesting, diverse sort of journey that I've been taking. So, but back to the blog, that's what my passion is. That's what really speaks to my heart. And that's one of the reasons why I feel so fortunate to be a part of this collaborative group, because I just think that there's so many amazing opportunities, and yeah, I'm really excited to see, how it's going to help my blog grow and what ideas are going to come from it. So yeah.
Absolutely. So do you write about lots of different things, or is there a topic specifically that you are focused on right now?
So it started off self-development. It started off with self-development and mindfulness. And then I started to feel like I really wanted to open up about my personal story and my past and current struggles. And that really is about disordered eating. Because I know a lot of people struggle with, if not a full-blown eating disorder, I mean, there are many people out there who struggle with food and or alcohol too, right? And so so I just really want to create awareness. I wanted with my blog to be very authentic in sharing my story. Even currently now, I mean, I don't try to put on this perfect, I don't try and paint this perfect picture of everything being okay always. I mean, even though I'm in the later stages of my recovery, and I'm pretty much like, I feel like great, but I still have those days, and I like to share them on the blog. And my hope for the blog is to have the readers come on and just feel like they're not alone. And so, yeah, that's really in essence the whole spirit of it all. And same with this group, right? Like just authenticity, meeting real people, collaboration, growing, learning, loving. It's just all good. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. Andrea, I just really want to acknowledge you for just, leading heart forward. And it takes a lot of courage just to be real and to be honest and to be like, hey, this is something I'm struggling with, and I know that I'm not alone. Like, what if we just, all share together and support one another? So thank you. Thank you for being brave enough to do that.
Oh, thanks, Lindsay.
Yeah, absolutely. We talk about it a lot, and you've talked about it already a lot, which is just so amazing about the importance of collaboration and working together and coming together. And I just wonder if you would share a little bit more about what collaboration means to you, or what does that look like to you personally? Because we're trying to, help establish that definition for all of our members to encourage more collaboration. And so I'd just love it if you could share a little bit more about what that looks like for you.
Yeah, great question. So, okay, so here's an example of what I feel like collaboration is. So we jumped on this call, and then Tammy, who's a clinical hypnotherapist, and I did it. Like, I as well was practicing hypnotherapy, but I've gone in a different direction. But with Tammy, it was like, oh, wow, that's really cool. Like, I want to get to know more. I want to hear your story. How can we work together? Because I have a little, I wouldn't consider myself to have as much experience as Tammy per se in that field. However, I want to dig deeper, with her. And so it's really cool. Yeah. Just how it's like little seeds.
Yeah.
And, you can put water where you want and then just watch them grow. And I'm a big believer in things unfolding, the unfoldment of things, like plant your seeds, water, but certain seeds will grow into stronger. It's just how it is, right? It's the law of nature. So certain things will grow and certain collaborations will get stronger. And it's like the more seeds that you plant, right? It's like the more opportunity you'll have. And some seeds might not take, and that's okay. But it's kind of like a numbers game in a way too, right? Where you just have to you'll see what resonates, what grows.
Yeah, exactly, Andrea.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's great. Yeah. Garden, because it's gardening season. That's why. You're thinking of gardening. Yes. Yeah. But absolutely, when you're talking about that, I had the same thing happening to me. It's like, just okay, we could do this, we could collaborate, we could, offer hypnotherapy sessions to your clients or that kind of thing. So yeah, the collaboration is there, and it's really kind of just about finding out what it is that everyone offers. So hence the point of us trying to get everyone out here and do these interviews with you all. So, if anyone else wants to jump on this train, please let us know, give us a message, and we'll get you on the schedule, because it's important for us all to know what each other has to offer. We can't possibly know everybody that's going to be joining the collective right away. So let's get to know everybody, and let's find those parts and pieces of where we can collaborate. Yeah, I could definitely think of some things, Andrea, that we could do together, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
That is just so neat. I was just wondering, Andrea, when with the post of our interview, would you be able to post the link to your blog in the comments of this, and then that way people can kind of tap into you? And I know in terms of like eating disorders and those kinds of things, I didn't recognize how like common and prevalent such things are. And I don't mean to be speaking like insensitively, but I just have been really inspired by a lot of the conversation that's been started. And so I was just kind of curious, for people that might be watching, is there like just any words of wisdom or, a message that you might share with somebody who either has a friend that has an eating disorder or is struggling themselves?
Yeah, words of wisdom. Well, okay, so I really believe that my greatest and most painful experiences were really my greatest teachers and gifts. If you look at it that way, like there's a real opportunity to address something, whatever it is, whether it's an eating disorder, whether it's another addiction, whatever. Okay. But yeah, it's a really great opportunity for growth, and it's a journey. But you got to start. And I do think, a good start is reading my blog, actually, and just getting an idea of, but it doesn't, getting better or whatever you want to call it. I don't necessarily, you can, it's a whole journey. Yeah. But you can look at it as if it's a real opportunity.
Yeah.
If you want. So.
I love that. Yeah. A good opportunity for growth. You're right. Yeah. And I think a lot of people could probably relate to that. And I think you're right about that. And
there were times in my life years ago where I thought, this is just how it is, and this is how it will be, and then and for those who struggle with bulimia, or even alcoholism, it can also be very double life. Okay, so what that means is, although you present to the world a certain type of person, everybody thinks everything's like great and perfect in your life, but what they don't realize is there's a lot of shadows lurking in the dark. So yeah, I mean, if there is somebody out there who is struggling, or if somebody knows of somebody who's struggling, yeah, there is definitely hope, and truly, I mean, healing can happen, believe it or not. Like, I remember I used to be so obsessed with food. It's like, now we had pizza last night. I had 2 slices.
Yeah.
All good. Like, do you know what I mean? No obsessive, and that's a win. To many people also, though, like, that's kind of hilarious, because it's like, just eat two slices and stop. But,
right.
Or eat it all. But, so the people who struggle with that eating will understand that, what I just said. But,
wow, thank you for sharing that, Andrea. I think that's really, it's so helpful and it's so inspiring. And I guess I'm just kind of curious too, with us being a part of the collective here and us having growing membership, is there anybody specifically or a particular, what's the word, sort of companion profession or service that would be, that could contribute to your blog? Or, a professional like a nutritionist or someone like that you might be willing to collaborate with, or that you're looking for, that maybe we can help try to connect you with?
Well, funny, because all 3 of you ladies, so for me, hypnotherapy, I actually, hypnotherapy goes part and parcel, and mindfulness and subconscious retraining, all of that. Okay, that's a huge part. It's like part and parcel. So Tammy, I did hypnotherapy. At this point, I don't want to do in-person sessions. I'm going to just do some meditations and stuff. So like Tammy, Sarah with her Hello Work, as well as nutritionist, like, being in your body is really important when you have something that's disassociative, such as an eating disorder. It's a disassociation, right? So being in your body, so, and nutrition, of course. And then self-care, like loving yourself, doing good things for yourself, going and getting a facial, getting your nails and lashes done. Like, I mean, just stuff like that. Like, seeing somebody like you, Lindsay, even if it's once a month, to just treat yourself. So all 3 of you ladies, I could collaborate very easily with all 3 of you, because you all offer, it's just everything that you 3 are doing is important. I mean, it's just, that's a collaboration. It's so great. I mean, you can
it's so exciting. Yeah, it really is. And we were talking about this morning, the 3 of us, that, it's like every time Tammy's been doing interviews with other practitioners for her various groups that she has on Facebook. And I was, sharing that every time I see someone new, or, she introduces us to a different type of practitioner, like the light bulbs and the fireworks go off with ideas of how I could collaborate and connect with these people. It's almost, overwhelming in a really good way, because you're just like, all these ideas come from, just getting to know people and seeing like, oh, those are pieces maybe that I could add and create a program, or whatever it is that you want to do. So yeah, I think there are a lot of opportunities, and and anybody watching, I just want to say as well that if anything Andrea is sharing or talking about is making those fireworks go off for you, like, please reach out. And Andrea is, of course, an active member in our Good Place Collective group. And you're going to share your blog, so I'm hoping people can get in touch with that and reach you that way as well.
Oh, I want to interview people for my podcast. As well.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we can get to know you guys. So anyway, yeah, just want to be there as well.
That's so great.
Okay, put me down first.
I will, for sure. Like, and it's just so exciting to be a part of, like, thank you guys so much for starting this. It's so important to have just feeling like you can connect with other members in your community that are like-minded, that have the same vibe, the same outlook on life, the same sort of understanding of, I feel like there's a certain vibe that a person has to join this group, if you know what I mean. Like, there's a vibe. So yeah, it's really cool.
I really want to just, yeah, run with that, Andrea, and thank you for pointing that out because, you know, the sort of the stage that we're setting, I think, you know, the people that we want to work with are leaning in, and that's really exciting, right? So, you know, who do you know, yourself, Andrea, or anybody watching that, you know, you're watching this interview being like, oh my gosh, like I would love to share my story, or you know of somebody who really needs to be a part of this group. And I encourage you and ask you to invite them in. There's no commitment. It's you know, business people supporting business people, or if you have a passion for something and you've got a message to share, this is a place where you can do it, and we want to support you in that. So Andrea, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for allowing us to interview you. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm really looking forward to seeing your blog and checking it out and using it as a tool and a resource, you know, for my clients and the people that I experience on the daily, because as I mentioned, you know, there's been a lot of conversations around it, and now I have a tool that I can point them to and be like, hey, you're not alone. I want to introduce you to my girl, Andrea, and, you know, like, you'll get through this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks.
Absolutely.
And anybody watching, give us any comments. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments. If you have any ideas for collaboration, like we're saying, just let us know. Reach out to any one of us, and we will see you in the next video next week. So every Wednesday, I think we're planning to do this, 9 a.m. And we're going to try to go live as long as Facebook and Zoom are talking to each other. Then that'll be successful. They were not today. So here we are. But we look forward to talking to each and every one of you.
Amazing.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a great day,
Thanks
guys.
so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Lopsided heart.
So much fun.
Okay.